say him no name, though. We need more, tell him we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good. Here at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
53 flight. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's got some space here. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
King.
Ballage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Raiders' 11-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass. Shit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Watch the run.
Regular.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. The kick by Lambo is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun, Whitfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Wahoo!
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. King. 54.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Hey, alert. Hey, zoom.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Right there.
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Rip left. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, alert 33.
Mike 54.
I'm on.
Mike spot 4.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
180. Hey, alert 33.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Second and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Set, 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 26. Up.
49. Check 49.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Leo!
From the gun, Whitfield. And able to find Dorsett. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set. Go. Yeah. Big grip.
Off play action. Whitfield. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
Break. Hey, orbit.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Go.
Off the play fake. Whitfield. Open man, Butler complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First down, a run with Cohen. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tariq Cohen, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Point it right. Run.
Switch. Watch it.
Topper. Watch out.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
I'm here all day.
Mayfield on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bradley Chubb in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Alert. Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Good. 180.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Delta. You're not ready.
Third and long for Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Regular.
53 to Mike. 53.
Now they try the right side here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Real.
Shift.
Toss play to Balaj. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They found a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Good. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Man out. King.
Check. Fresno.
This is Brown on the carry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
180.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. It's hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Whitfield. It's caught. Smith. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Cohen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready. 18 Gator.
I got you.
Let's go.
Off play action. Whitfield. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check it out, Reed.
Back to throw. Whitfield. Complete to Dorsett. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
180.
Check 53's Mike.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes Cohen. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled it.
And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays? Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Whitfield. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Raiders.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey. X3, 218, chop. Snap.
From the gun, Whitfield. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Rock it. Switch.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Let's get it. Check 99. Check 99.
Up. King. Hey, Zoo.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Butler. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needs needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They try again with Cohen, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 133. Buzz.
54. Mike 54.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
180.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Isabella hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Go! Fly!
On first down, Whitfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
We got to step it up. Check.
Regular.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the ball.
Operating from the gun, Whitfield. Dorsett's got it. An excellent gain, 35 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, The other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Whitfield. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
60 Pittsburgh. Go.
57. Mike, 57. And let's hit that.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hakeem Butler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Second down, defense, let's go. Hey, one set, one.
Real.
54.
General, gun.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Keep playing hard.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 1st and 10, Whitfield, he's going to let it fly. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
On the ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
57 for Mike. 57 for Mike.
Come on, boy. Get it.
Throwing again. Whitfield. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready up.
Mike 57. Mike 57. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Smooth.
57
On the ball.
Throwing on 1st down. Whitfield. That's complete to Butler. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Looking to throw. Whitfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Let's go now. 8, read.
54 Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Topper.
From the gun on 3rd down. Whitfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Set. 10 Lobo.
54. Mike 54. Get the ball.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.